My missing sister showed up at our doorstep after 26 years. I wish she never came back. 26 years ago, my mom and dad invited their baby girl into the world. They had always said she was a perfect baby, exactly what my parents wanted. And after she went missing, and a series of miscarriages, they didn't have much love left to give. My birth almost felt like it was for the sake of replacement. It felt like they never really wanted me, but tried to fill the hole in their hearts in the best way they could. I was in my room when I heard my mom scream from downstairs. After rushing down, I saw why she screamed so loudly. There, standing on our doorstep, was a baby. A baby swaddled in a weathered old blanket, her cheeks rosy from the cold. My mother was already cradling her in her arms, sobbing uncontrollably, while my dad stood frozen, staring at the child with wide, disbelieving eyes. "Lily," my mother whispered, kissing the baby's forehead. "My sweet, sweet Lily." I felt my heart stop. Lily. That couldn't be. Lily had disappeared 26 years ago, long before I was born. But this baby, she was barely a year old, if that. She hadn't aged a day. My parents didn't seem to notice. They were completely entranced by her, acting as though nothing was wrong. As if this was the most natural thing in the world. I stood there, dumbfounded, as my mother and father embraced her like they'd been waiting for this moment all their lives. They didn't seem to care how impossible it was. All they cared about was that Lily had come back. I watched as my mother fussed over her, bringing out toys and blankets I'd never seen before, things I could only assume had been Lily's all those years ago. My dad sat beside her, tears streaming down his face, talking to her in a soft voice, telling her how much they had missed her. It was as if I wasn't even there. At first, I didn't know what to think. Maybe I was going crazy. Maybe I was missing something they weren't. But no matter how much I tried to wrap my head around it, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly, terribly wrong. The days that followed were a blur of confusion and isolation. My parents were completely obsessed with Lily. They never once questioned how she could be here. How she could still be a baby after 26 years. It was like they were blind to the obvious. But I wasn't. I saw it. I knew something unnatural had happened, and I was the only one who seemed to care. Worse yet, it was like I had ceased to exist in their eyes. I had been their world before Lily came back, but now, they barely even looked at me. All their attention, all their love was poured into her. My mom would barely even speak to me. She was too busy rocking Lily to sleep, feeding her, cooing over her like she was the only thing that mattered. My dad, who used to play catch with me in the yard, now spent his evenings sitting in silence with Lily on his lap, staring at her like he couldn't believe she was real. I tried talking to them. I tried telling them how strange it all was. How wrong it felt, but they brushed me off. My mom snapped at me one night, telling me I was being selfish, that I should be happy our family was whole again. But how could I be happy? I wasn't even part of the family anymore. It was like I had only existed to fill the void Lily left behind. Now that she was back, I didn't matter. I began to resent her. No, I began to hate her. Every time I looked at her, sitting there in my mother's arms, smiling that innocent baby smile, all I could feel was rage. She had stolen everything from me. My family. My life. I wasn't even allowed to be their child anymore. I was just a ghost in my own home, a forgotten replacement for the real thing. I tried to ignore it at first, tried to convince myself I was being irrational. But the longer it went on, the clearer it became. My parents didn't need me anymore. They had their precious Lily back, and I was nothing to them now. Nothing. One night, as I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, the thought crept into my mind. It was subtle at first, like a whisper at the back of my head. But the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. If Lily hadn't come back, my life would have been normal. If she were gone, things could go back to how they were. My parents would see me again, love me again. All I had to do was remove her. The idea of killing her should have horrified me, but it didn't. Not anymore. Not after everything I had lost because of her. I was certain now that she wasn't really my sister. She couldn't be. There was no way a baby could just reappear after 26 years without aging. She was something else, something unnatural. And she had to go. That night, I crept downstairs, the house silent. My parents were asleep, exhausted from another day of fawning over Lily. I stood outside her room, listening to her soft, steady breathing. The door creaked as I opened it, just a crack, and I slipped inside. She was lying in her crib, the same one my parents had brought out from the attic the day she arrived. I had to do this.